Okay, so today's story on the cards is Great Inventions. So remember, like last week with Goldilocks, I'm going to read you a story and then I'm going to ask you to do some writing for me afterwards. So listen to the story and then we can talk a little bit about it when we're done so you know how to do your writing. So today's story is called Great Inventions. And we're going to read about some inventions that we use in our day-to-day life. Some inventions that you and your family use every single day. As I'm reading, I want you to think about what is an invention that you use every day? What is your favorite invention? Which one could you not live without? Because I'm going to ask you to write about it. I'm going to ask you to write about how you use it and what your life would be like if you didn't have it. So I want you to think about that as we're reading today's story. All right, here we go. Make sure you can see that. What inventions do you use in your daily life? What would your life be like without them? Great inventions. You use inventions all the time. An invention is something new. Inventors are curious people. They figure out how to solve problems. An inventor can imagine a new thing that will help make people's lives easier. What would life be like without telephones? People used to communicate by sending letters. If the letter was going far away, that meant it could take weeks to get important news. People also sent coded messages called telegrams. Telegrams came quickly, but you had to learn a special code to send them. Over 100 years ago, Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone. It carried people's voices to faraway places. Soon, people could make calls from their homes and jobs. They could share news, make plans, order goods, and much more. But people needed to call from other places too. New inventors made cell phones that could call from anywhere. Today, cell phones can also send text messages and help you go online. So think about phones is a great invention. How would you read at night if it weren't for electric light? The light bulb is another invention that changed the world. For many years, people used fire to make light. Burning wood, candles, and oil made a dim, smoky light. Lights that burned gas came next. Gas lights cost less and gave off more light, but they were dangerous. Breathing the gas made people sick. Gas lights sometimes caused fires too. People needed a bright, safe light. Then an inventor made street lights that used electric sparks. These were safer, but they didn't last long. People needed an electric light that would last a long time. In 1879, Thomas Edison found a way to make a light bulb that was both safe and long-lasting. His invention let people see at night while they worked, played, and studied. Today, inventors still work to improve the light bulb. The newest light bulbs gave off less heat and used less energy. And like Edison's light bulb, they last a long time. So think about light bulbs, right? That's a great invention. Maybe that's your favorite invention. All right, but even more. Can you picture a world with no cars? The invention of cars changed the way people live. Long ago in America, most people traveled by foot, by horse, or by train. People who walked or rode horses could go anywhere, but travel was slow. Riding a train was faster, but people could only go where the trains went. In 1893, the first gasoline-powered car in America was invented. Now people could drive anywhere there was a road. At first, cars were made slowly, one by one. The work was complicated. The cars cost a lot of money. Then in the early 1900s, Henry Ford changed the way cars were made. He invented the assembly line to make cars. A person who is part of an assembly line makes only one part of the car. Other workers make other parts of the car. The workers can do their work very quickly. Because Ford's assembly lines make cars quickly, this Model T cars were less expensive than other cars. Many people had enough money to purchase one of these cars. Now people could live in one place and drive to work someplace else. Many people still do this. Cars have let us travel far. Wow, cars are also a great invention. Here we go. Here's another invention. You see that? All right. Do you use a computer in class or at home? Yeah, especially now. Okay. Computers help us in many ways. They help us to write and send messages. They help us find information quickly. They help doctors know what is wrong with sick people. Who helped create this very useful machine? Computers did not have just one inventor. They had many. The first computers in America were used in the 1940s and early 50s. They were huge. They filled whole rooms at colleges and businesses. Inventors imagined that one day people would use computers in their homes. They looked for ways to make parts smaller and easier to use. They invented the microchip. This tiny device allowed computers to do more and take up less space. People could own personal computers. The first personal computers were heavy. Most stood on a desk or a table in a person's home. Then inventors figured out how to make computers smaller and lighter. Laptop computers are easy to carry around. People continue to invent new computers and programs that let us use computers in new ways. It is fun to imagine what computers of the future might do. So, do you see this picture right here? That's one computer. It's huge, right? It fills a whole entire room. And the reason why I pulled this one back a little bit for you was so that you could see this picture down here of a laptop computer. That's kind of more of what we use now. All right, so we saw 4 awesome inventions in that story, didn't we? We saw telephones, we saw light, cars, and computers. But guess what? There's a lot more inventions. Think about it. Start telling me some inventions right now. Can you think of any? Right? There's like the microwave. I don't even know how my husband would make popcorn if he didn't have a microwave. So that's a pretty good invention, right? There is, I can't even think right now, right? Oh, television, TV. That is another invention. It's pretty awesome, right? Movies. I've been watching a lot of movies and watching a lot of TV lately. Okay, music, radios. Oh, what else? Video games. Yeah, can you think of some more? What are some other things? What do I really love? Watches are an invention, right? So many things. So I want you to think about some inventions. I want you to think, what is your favorite invention? And I know sometimes it's hard to pick one, but pick one. What is your favorite invention? And I want you to write at least 3 sentences for me. You can write in your writing journal. I want a topic sentence. Your topic sentence says, my favorite invention is. Tell me what it is. And then I want at least 1 other sentence, maybe more, telling me why that is your favorite invention. And don't just say because it is cool or because it is great. I want exact reasons why that is the invention that's your favorite over all the other ones. Give me specific reasons. At least 1 sentence. More sentences are better. Then I want another sentence that tells me what you would do if that had never been invented, right? My favorite invention is, I like this invention because, couple sentences if you can, if this was never invented, how would it affect your life if you didn't have that anymore, right? Yeah. Okay, I want some good writing. I want you to read it to a grown-up. Start with a capital letter, end with punctuation, lots of description. Make sure you give good spacing. Read it to somebody. And if you want to share it with me, take a picture of it, upload it into Google Classroom, or you can just send it to me, okay? All right, I can't wait to hear about your inventions. Thanks.